Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update. We have got some news to bring to you. We've got quite a bit happening, and of course a lot of it has to do with the winter storm. Now, it's not just snow and ice. The strong winds also created a lot of beach erosion and high water levels. Unfortunately, so much so that we saw more houses fall into the Atlantic over the weekend. Just yesterday, officials reported that a home collapsed at 46201 Tower Circle Road in Buxton early Sunday morning. Officials say 2 additional unoccupied and privately owned homes fell overnight. The National Park Service says it was notified around 9 a.m. Monday that a 4th unoccupied home collapsed in Buxton. The beach in front of the village of Buxton is closed due to potentially hazardous debris. Cape Hatteras National Seashore advises everyone to stay away from the collapse sites and the surrounding beach area. Officials are still working to confirm the address of the 3 homes. Last year, 16 unoccupied homes from the Outer Banks collapsed, according to the National Seashore. 8 of those homes were on Tower Circle Road. And again, sticking with the Outer Banks, we also want to highlight that those of you who may be trying to travel along Highway 12 should know that sections of the highway are still closed following the storm. Highway 12 between the Bassinite Bridge and Rodanthe is closed due to ocean overwash. The highway is also closed on the north end of Ocracoke. DOT officials say overwash is also occurring at Buxton Corner and on secondary roads in Rodanthe. Officials say crews will be out working to clear the road today. And now for a look at your forecast. Again, was going to bring you snowfall totals at last round. Well, here they are. Do apologize about the hiccup we had at the 9 o'clock hour update. But again, these are the numbers that we received across most of eastern North Carolina, not just again from you guys, but also from official reports from the National Weather Service. A lot of these numbers, again, quite a bit higher than what we would normally see for a winter system in eastern North Carolina. But alas, this was not a normal winter system. Quite a bit bigger. This one's probably going to be going down in the history books as one of the bigger systems to impact eastern North Carolina. Now, Sharon Cannon, how are the interstates looking through South and North Carolina? Right now, Sharon, I can tell you that the drivenc.gov has a lot of cameras out along not only the interstates, but also along major highways. I would use that as a resource if you are planning out a trip around the Carolinas. There are still winter storm impacts being felt across secondary roads. Primary roads are certainly improving, but I would double check your route on drivenc.gov, and that'll give you kind of a good baseline of what to expect as you hit the road. Let's take a look at what we've got air temperature wise, and this is a reason why we can't say that, hey, we've seen a lot of improvement, because overnight last night we got cold and we're still hanging on to that chill. Most of us right now in the mid to upper 20s as far as air temperatures go. Winds are right now sitting at 30 degrees, but it was frigid out there early on this morning. We had some down at single-digit air temperatures, but as we make our way through the rest of today, we will likely see a little bit more warmth take hold, largely due to the fact that we've got a little bit more of the sunshine present. That will help melt some of the snow away. We will experience a little bit more melt today than obviously what we did yesterday, but Tuesday, tomorrow, is the big day for the melt. That's when I think a lot of it is going to be going away from Tuesday into Wednesday. Right now, a northwesterly wind is keeping us cool, if not straight up keeping us cold. For tomorrow morning, we will still be cold. Everything is likely, anything that melts today that's still on the roads is again going to refreeze early tomorrow morning. So parents, for those of you wondering, are we going to have school tomorrow? I'm not a school administrator, but I would anticipate at least a delay coming up for tomorrow based on these morning air temperatures. That and the fact that we could certainly see melt today, and that melt again, if it doesn't, that melt water, if it doesn't completely move off the roads, It's going to refreeze later on tonight, and that's going to make it tricky for buses early tomorrow morning. So coming up for tomorrow, first half of the day, still rough out there on the roads, but once we get into the afternoon, air temperatures in the low to mid 40s. That's certainly going to help with that melting process. We'll really warm up thanks to the south-southwesterly winds that will be with us tomorrow. Winds aren't going to be super strong, but that wind direction generally points us to more warm air moving in versus cold air moving in. So let's take a look again at what we have got in terms of cloud cover today. Very little, not really seeing much out there. Tomorrow, still maybe a few passing clouds, but tomorrow afternoon to tomorrow evening, those clouds will start to thicken up. Rain showers will approach the east late Tuesday night, more so into the early hours of Wednesday morning. And from there, we've got a wet rainmaker heading our direction. Now, again, we have heard of people seeing on their phones that there may be some snowflakes coming up, possibly Wednesday night into Thursday. While that is I would say it's looking at about a 10% chance of snowflakes coming down Wednesday night into Thursday morning. It's certainly something we are aware of, we are keeping an eye on, but it is certainly not, if we see any snowflakes come down at all, it is not going to be nearly as impactful as what we just went through this past weekend. So maybe a few flakes fall, but as far as accumulations go, doesn't really look likely. Does not look likely. There's just not enough moisture there. And really, if we do see any flakes, I only think it's going to be a few areas that see them. So right now, not putting a lot of stock into that. Opportunity for another round of some snowflakes. That's again late Wednesday night into Thursday. We'll have a much better opportunity for rain showers coming down Tuesday night into Wednesday. And after that, again, the moisture gets a little bit more sparse. This coming weekend, looking like our first dry weekend of 2026. 37 degrees on Saturday, 40 degrees on Sunday. Sunny throughout the weekend, even sunny the Friday before and the Monday after. So if you want to extend your Super Bowl weekend out a little bit, you'll have the sunshine to do it. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Monday.